Hello, everyone. Welcome to another sharing of Wisdom Bits. So, today I would like to share an important thing. I get to talk to with many people, and some people they say, even in meditation, they're talking to angels, or they are, how to say, communicating, or communicating with their past lives, past relatives, and then, yeah, even past lives. So, I want to mention some things. Some there are legit instances, but some for sure, after associating them for some time and after getting to know them and after studying them for some long time, you can know many things are things they have in their mind. For example, there was one person, this person says the angels come and talk to this person. But when you see again and again, some the decisions that actually a normal person can take, and these are the decisions that actually this person's mind was more inclined to. And then this person says that the angels told it. This can happen for the good as well as the bad. There was one instance, there was a person who saw his friend who had passed away recently, and he said he's coming and always talking to him. And it went to extent that uh, the past the friend who passed away wanted to take this person to the afterlife or where he was. So things can happen in such a manner. So we should know exactly. And then if we know the real ways where we can communicate with angels or even your past relatives, there are ways for that. But just by telling that you communicate, it is not a proper proof because our mind can create as well as imagine. And usually the pattern of that person, if you see, like for example, they like to stay in an imaginary state, or what they do is some kind of like delusional, then you know this person's character is like that. But you have to observe very carefully. And even the people, what they say, some people just see out of dreams, and they use this as a fact. But dream in the dream moment also, there are sometimes real things that happen, but usually it is another stage of our thought process. So I would like to share today with you a beautiful story. In a way, it's funny because it was an ancient story, just to show like many things are mind created also. Okay, so there was a couple who were married, and the wife she became sick, very sick, and on her deathbed, actually they were not very old, they were young, not very elderly. So in the deathbed, she asked her husband, "If I passed away, would you marry somebody else?" Then he said, "No, no, I would not." But after she passed away, he actually found somebody, another lady, and he went to meet her. So every time when he goes to meet her, or they exchange letters or some kind of communication, what happens is there's the ghost of the former wife. She appears and she says everything he did. "I know you wrote a letter. I know you sent gifts. I know today you went to meet her." And it went to an extent that he was so horrified. So she was like haunting him. And then what happened was, he wanted some way of like escaping from this, no, because he could not do anything. Whatever he did, the ghost of his former wife would know. So then he went to a priest or a monk and told the whole story. So then the monk said, "Okay, I'll cure this." So he gave him a small pouch, and what he said was, "Today you take this home, and then when the ghost appears, you ask her, sorry, ask her what is inside this and how many of them are there. And if this ghost cannot answer, see what happens." And then what he did was, he was very happy, He thought some magical pouch to chase away the ghost. So he went home, and then soon as he went home, the ghost appeared, and she said, like, "I know you went to see a monk. You're trying to chase me away. I know you." And he said, "Okay, okay, okay. Yes, I did all those things. Now tell me this. You know everything, no? What I do. So there is something inside this pouch, and you have to tell me what they are and how many of them are there." And the ghost suddenly disappeared. And it is said, like, from that moment on, the ghost never appeared again. And this person was so amazed, no? All this time he could not sleep, he could not eat, he could not do anything, he could not work. Uh, the ghost would appear and tell everything about him, especially about the new lady. But now, nothing. So he was so curious, he opened that small pouch and he placed things, put out the things. And what inside was some soya bean seeds. So when the monk gave that pouch to him, he also didn't know what was inside or how many of them were inside. So then when the ghost appeared, what happened was, like, because he didn't know, the ghost also didn't know. Actually, this was a projection of his consciousness, because he felt very guilty, no? And this can be, in some extent, a psychological thing also. It can come into a psychological state also. But in his case, he was very guilty conscious, especially that the word he gave to his former wife when she was dying, he said he would never find a new partner or get married again. Uh, but he could not keep it, no? So he felt very guilty, and then he thought her ghost was following her. And then fear came, and then the image of the former wife became a reality, and he was living that. But he didn't know what was inside the pouch. That's why the ghost also didn't know. So there are many things like that in our minds also, mind made or mind projected things. So we have to be very careful, and that's why true meditation, the true meditations really matter, and the true experiences. And then there are levels of mind states where you can really communicate, really experience, and really witness things. So let's take this into our minds. I wish you the very best. Have a wonderful day.